What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Ghost Recons Phantoms weapon review. I don't play as much as I used to. I only play maybe a couple of times a week, most. Sometimes I take entire, maybe like 2 weeks off. The game just isn't as fun as it used to be. I mean, after you played the game forever and ever, you kind of get used to it, and they're new weapons, and I'm going to do this review. So I still try to do the weapon reviews if there's enough, if they release enough, right? So, oh, they did release a new map. So we're going to start with Recon, and obviously if you have Infinity Pack, you automatically have a lot of the Mod Master weapons. So I'll also talk about these Rainbow Six Enhanced Edition. So we'll start with the Recon, and if I'm honest, this weapon here, this is the MP9HC R6E. It's the only one worth getting of the Rainbow Six pack. This now has the best DPS of any SMG in the game. And not just that, it's not just the best DPS, it's really stable. It's got good damage to fire rate. 60 meters, it's fine. This is really worth getting, I think, because it combines stability, high crit rate with really good DPS. I think it's 667, which is the best you can get for the Recon right now. So yeah, this is worth getting. The others, this new Mod Master sniper, yeah, obviously short barrel. It's kind of like a better version of the KSVK in the sense that fire rate's a little bit below KSVK levels, but I mean it's even more one shot, one kill. Everything's going to pretty much die from it, so yeah, that's what this is. It's just a one shot, one kill sniper rifle. You can put a grip on it like I am right now, and yeah, it kills everything in one shot pretty much, assuming you hit the right spot or whatever. Body shots even at that range, that's fine. And yeah, 775 at 200 meters. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't really think too much of the SMG. Really, there are tons of SMGs that are better. This is just not that good. I tend to use short barrels. I haven't even built it because I tried it out. Whatever, I use an open reflex. I don't need that. It's just, I don't really know what advantage this has over others. First off, it's got a 25% crit rate. Nothing special. Yeah, okay, as a 45 clip, it's quite stable. Fire rate's okay. But the damage, the damage isn't as good as a lot of others. And the fire rate isn't as good as others. So the combination of, it's okay. It's not bad, but there's better choices. The AR X95 is better, for sure, 100%. CPWHC, better. MP9HC, Rainbow Enhanced, better. Depending on what you like, CBJ I think is better too. I mean, huge damage on that weapon. And SVDH, it's kind of nice. You can spam it pretty well. Decent damage, etc. It's an auto sniper with a grip. So this stuff, if you're gonna get the Rainbow Six stuff, then I think the only thing that's worth it is the MP9, because it's got really good damage, really good control, really good fire rate. It's just the best SMG at the moment, in my opinion. Assault, kind of more interesting, because there's just, with Assault, don't bother getting the Enhanced Edition, this one. As you can see, it's a little bit less of a fire rate than little better control, a little less fire rate than the SMG, I mean, submachine gun. And it's actually worse than the ACR, the short barrel, the grip, the special edition, limited edition. This doesn't do anything that the ACR doesn't already do. You know which one I'm talking about, guys. I need to find it, but where is the ACR? there we go. The ACR HSP Blackguard. Yeah, it just does a better job than the other weapon, period. So don't bother with that. As far as the Mod Master are concerned, I really, this is simple, but I really like the long barrel MK17H on medium and long range maps. I just used it on Metro, did pretty well. I'll talk about the Beowulf in a second, but for a long time in the old days, right? The MK17, the Mark 17 was kind of the weapon of choice of a lot of people, and I still think it's really good. I mean, this is obviously a slow fire rate, but quite stable, good damage, 65, very high damage. Don't really bother using the burst fire on it because it doesn't really offer you a real advantage. It's very unstable. So just kind of tap fire, full auto, take out snipers with it. It's good. It's a good assault rifle. I prefer long barrel. I like maximum damage, and I don't think fire rate's terribly important on something like the Mark 17. That's not what it's made for. Now, this is an interesting weapon. A 12 fully automatic shotgun with a barrel. And that means 20 rounds in a clip. So you're not going to have to reload too much. It takes a while to reload, but this is with a long barrel. I have this set up, and 240 fire rate. It's possible. I mean, I don't know. The legendary spas is really good, but I think of the normal weapons, this is probably the best shotgun available. Yeah, for sure. And they're going to release a special edition of the A12, so it'll probably be higher fire rate, a little more damage, like 196 damage, 260 fire, so even deadlier. But got invited there, can't accept. So it's going to be the limited edition is going to be killer, but this is really good too. I guess if you really want to go crazy in CQC, you just put on a short barrel, which really fucks the accuracy up. But I mean, you're going to have some of the best DPS in the game with this. I think just everything dies. I think for Tomsk, probably a short barrel might be pretty good, and for other maps, maybe long barrel. I just stick with long barrel. But yeah, probably everyone wants to know what I think about the Beowulf, and it's an interesting gun, It's basically a sniper rifle for assault. And yeah, I like it, but I just think I prefer the Mark 17. The Mark 17 is just more useful. It doesn't do quite as much damage, but the fire rate's better. It's more controllable. It's more of an assault rifle. This is kind of a semi-sniper. Yeah, it does huge amounts of damage and those headshots and whatever, and even at this range. But the recoil has quite a bit of kick, so maybe it's even better just to follow fire in semi. I don't really think this is a good weapon to fire in fully automatic unless you're point blank and you're guaranteed to hit the person. And I've used this on Metro and Sub Pen and some other maps, and it's good. It's interesting, and I know the limited edition is going to be beastly. It's going to have more damage, more fire, whatever. But I think if you're kind of camping a lot and you want to take snipers out, it's good. But personally, I would just rely on the Mark 17H. For me, that's a better choice. It's more stable, better fire rate, a little less damage, but it's more of a traditional assault rifle. I guess you could look at it that way. And yeah, I mean, as far as the special edition shotgun, I wouldn't worry about that either. I mean, the AA-12 really just does it all. Support. I did end up getting the Rainbow 6 Enhanced. It's not really worth it. I mean, it does a little more damage. It's got a lot more control. Five more points of control. That's pretty significant. But if you have the Type 95, I prefer the Type 95. I mean, this is a great weapon, no doubt. Good damage, decent fire rate. But I don't know. I prefer the Type 95. It's much more laser. So where is my Type 95? Either the Special Edition or the Mod Master. But yeah, this is even less recoil and more reliable, I think. I mean, just, that's the Type 95, right? Even at these crazy ranges. You know, stability often equals accuracy, and that's what this gun gives you. I mean, if you had to roll with some light machine gun, then I think the Type 95 is still the LSW Special Edition is just the best available. And then we got this really weird LMG, and looks cool. The only thing it's got going for it, in my opinion, is the burst fire, and that's not really worth it because you can get a good burst fire from so many other LMGs. All right, you get this. It's fully auto, very stable, but with a long barrel, 550 fire rate, really isn't anything special. But then switch to burst, and you can see that's the strength. You see how tight the spread is. That's a triple burst, and you can see double headshots. And another invite, but no, I'm not going to play. I'm just going to finish this video. So what do I think about this gun? I mean, you don't really want a gun in this game, even at long range, that only is good at burst fire. And it's not even, the burst actually has more recoil and kick than the AN-94 burst. You know, if you don't control it, it'll jump. You can see, jumps up a little bit. And you can do some funny stuff with it. I mean, I've taken snipers out with double crits, you know, once in the body and then once in the head. But yeah, and you can, you know, I've killed 2 guys in a row with the burst fire. It's funny. It's a funny weapon, but man, if you're in CQC, you don't want to be using a burst fire weapon. That just doesn't work very well, in my experience. What is it? Just pointless. So it's a pretty weapon. It's kind of fun, I guess, if you're camping on Metro, like 100 meters away, and you want to take out snipers, then you camp with this, and it's fun. Yeah, but this is not a serious LMG, not for someone who wants to kill lots of people. Lots of choices for that. The tons, you know, the Enhanced Edition Rainbow Six, if you really want it, the Mod Master Type 95, Special Limited Edition Type 95. There's so many LMGs. MG4 is still the highest DPS in the game. Why would you use the MG11? Other than, you know, it looks cool. Okay. Fast reload speed. And finally, we got the pistol, which is, you know, pretty neat. It's fully automatic, right? So very low damage, but yeah, it's cool. Nothing wrong with a fully automatic pistol. I think I might still prefer the Oni, personally. The only pistol, but yeah, this isn't too bad. I haven't had to use my pistol, actually, in the games I've been playing since they released this, but it seems cool. Not very good at hip firing, I think, though, in my impression. At least really close range, it's okay, but you can see, I think the Oni is significantly better. See how to cover it jumps quite a bit. No, not worth it. So let's just do a quick review then. Recon, I definitely think the MP9HC Rainbow Six Enhanced is worth it. For the simple reason that it's got really good fire rate combined with high damage, high control, high crit rate. It's the best SMG available right now, period, without a doubt. The snipers are okay, you know, one hit, one kill, and there's an auto sniper, nothing special. The new SMG, absolutely nothing special. The PDRC, just, I don't know. Unless the special edition has some crazy stats like, you know, 48, you know, like 48 damage and a 900 fire rate or some shit like that, then, you know, it's not gonna work, not worth it. Don't bother. Yeah, I mean, don't bother with the limited edition that they released, the enhanced edition of the AR, because the ACR Blacker does a better job at everything. Beowulf's a fun weapon, but not as reliable as the Mark 17H. I would take that over the Beowulf any day, I think, in most situations at least. And another invite, but no. And AA-12 is beastly shotgun, fun, but you know, it's still a shotgun, so limited application. And then finally, support MG11. It's a funny weapon, not even fun. It's a funny weapon, but not one to be taken seriously. And whether you want to actually buy the MG36 Rainbow Enhanced Edition is up to you. I don't think it's really worth it, especially if you have the Type 95 or the Special Edition Type 95. So that's it. And the pistol is fun. So that's pretty much, those are my thoughts. And the only thing I could recommend getting is really the MP9 Rainbow Enhanced Edition. Everything else is just nothing special. And you all have the Infinity Pack, so you already have the weapons, and you probably already have your preferences. So, all right, well, this has been another review, so thanks for watching, and I will check you guys out later, possibly for another review further down the line. Everyone take care and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.